right, hold on. Let me get you squared away. All right, we are going live right about now. That's what's up. No problem. All right, check it out. First of all, this is crazy live. So I'm going to record two times at once. So if you're live, if you're enjoying this, hey, comments, thumbs up, thumbs down, hey, whatever you like. I'm gonna give it to you raw. I'm gonna give it to you live, and I'm gonna talk all about living like an entrepreneur. And it's based on a book I read recently. So, without further ado, let me get my other connection going. Hey, it's Rashid Hill. I am here once again. I am happy. I'm thrilled. I'm excited. We're going to talk a little bit about living like an entrepreneur. Yes, it was a book I wrote. I met the author, Mr. Prince Seifa Proaki, Kenya, but he was here in San Diego a little while back. So I thought, hey, you know what? I loved his book. I love what he was talking about. And yeah, fellow author, definitely pushing the concept of writing your own book, and that being something that helps to build the future business or service or speaking platform that you like. Whatever it is, that's what's up. It's like I said, I'm Rashid Hill. I'm the founder of L3 Coaching Solutions. I'm the author of an incredible book called 8 Ways to Be 10 Times Better. You can pick that up on Amazon. You can pick that up on Barnes and Nobles, and I will put a link in the comments so you can pick that up at my particular publisher site as well. I'm currently here in San Diego. Yeah, lovely San Diego, sunshine, and you're saying, why are you inside? But anyway, spent a lot of time outside on the road, in the office, and now I'm in the dungeon. I'm in the lab putting it down here at the crib, and so it's raw, man. I mean, I got my stuff just kind of dancing around behind me. Ain't no tricks here. It's just straight up giving it to you raw. But I think that the content is relevant to so many people out there today that are aspiring to start their own business. People want to do something for themselves. And so there was a networking event here, Black San Diego, and I really, sponsored by Black San Diego, and it's a platform for businesses owned by African American or predominantly business that are supported through the African American experience, and they want to obviously open up some doors and some networking opportunities and just possibilities to work together in our particular community so that we can present a consolidated front to offer great products and services to the world. A lot of times people don't know or don't really understand what value from a business perspective, a legitimate business perspective, that, hey, Gianni, what's happening, man? Good to see you. But a lot of times, yeah, they don't understand the power of black owned businesses, especially in the communities that I've experienced or been at. So I want to talk a little bit about the book Living Like an Entrepreneur. Like I said, by Prince Seifa Baraki. Met him here in San Diego at a networking event a while back. He travels the world and he wants to help people understand the power of doing actual events, actual presentations, and collaborations. Oh, sorry about that. Okay. Thank you. Appreciate that. Obviously, the problem I have is I can't hear the feedback from where I'm at. I tell you what. Let me see if I can try something real quick, and let me know if it's coming in any better. Where's that link at? Hey Gianni, if you can look at the title of the page, the group here, Next Level Minds. Oh no, I appreciate that. That's good stuff. And see if you can link to the YouTube YouTube page, and then just kind of let me know if it's coming in any better there. I have the YouTube page up as well, and I was going to see if there was a better connection there. So I'm doing it kind of dual in both places. But no, I mean, if you have a moment, if you can just look at the link in the cover of this particular group, and it should have the link for the page. Yeah, just let me know. I appreciate that. And then if it's coming in better through there, then at least I'll go ahead and focus over there. But I'll just roll through it. If it comes in, great. If it doesn't, I'll redo it later. No problem. And so, yeah, like I said, I just wanted to give you just some quick tips. Like I said, giving it to you raw. I made some notes after I read the book. Really, really enjoyed it. And he gives you 5 steps. He's talking about 5 steps to living like an entrepreneur. Okay. So I said, okay, what's these 5 steps? So what I really enjoyed was one, that he did break it down into 5 steps. And he gave kind of a 4.5, which was kind of interesting. But it comes in handy sometime. Anyway, he's an international speaker. This guy, Prince Safi Baraki. And he actually was a law student, which is very interesting, when he started writing and started traveling as an entrepreneur. So, but he grew up in New Jersey. But definitely a good guy, done some great things, and opened up an awareness for people of color around the world. So let's get into the steps, right? So the first step he says you got to have a book. So as a aspiring entrepreneur, as somebody that wants to bring a product out into the community, he says that the first thing you should is have a book. And one thing that I understand about that is your book gives you credibility. If you're an entrepreneur and you're in business, then you got to have a product or a service. And with that, he says that the easiest way to get started is to have a book. And which makes sense because now if you have a book and you get it published, now you have a tangible product. And if you're just, even if you're giving a story about yourself, if you're giving a story about some business or some type of interest that you have, then it's still a product that you have produced. So I thought that was pretty cool that have you a book, create your book, and that should be kind of the first step into your entrepreneurship because it kind of lays a foundation for what you're going through, the process that you're having to go through, and then some kind of personal thing developed you in that mindset. So if you're going to start a business and you don't really know exactly what you want to do and not really sure about that market, then you can always write you a book, build that credibility, and then when you get that out to the world, then it may open up doors for you to create something else that you're really passionate about. And one way that he says you can do this is with these 4 forces of commerce, which I thought was really cool. So these 4 forces of commerce, he talks about love, wealth, wellness, because it encapsulates a few other areas except not just health, but diet and spirituality. And he talks about education. So the 4 forces of commerce, you want to remember this: love, wealth, wellness, and education. These are 4 areas that you can explore, and they will take you and your business to wherever you want it to go. And so you have to decide if you're going to have a book, what do you want to talk about? And so he gives you these 4 forces of commerce called love, wealth, wellness, and education. And that'll kick off your kind of ideas and get those up and running so that you can create your business. He actually makes it very easy, right? And that's what's exciting to me is the fact that he makes it really easy to actually create this book outline and develop an actual book from it. Without me going into all those details, because I'm going to keep it short for you this afternoon, is there are step by step procedures that he gives in the book. Really cool. And what I'm planning to do, since I really like it so much, I might as well kind of come back at another time and actually talk about the 5 steps or the steps basically of how to create that first book. So if you want to hear about that, then definitely let me know. If this is not too distorted, then definitely let me know, and I will come back on later and talk about those 5 steps to creating your first book. It's very cool. It's definitely not hard, but it's just something that takes a little discipline, and you can make that happen. Having accountability partners, number 2, that is really essential. And as a professional and certified life coach, career coach, and relationship coach, having an accountability partner is key. It's something that I believe is essential to keep you going. It is your key to success. And see, what Prince says in his book is the key to success is self definition, transparency, authenticity, and accountability. Wow. I totally agree. Very, very key components of being successful. But how do you get there? Because we all run into some challenges. So we need some help. And that's where coaches and accountability partners, mentors, protege, just somebody around you, build that tribe that will help you to get through some of those tough times. So, what are we talking about here? An accountability partner. Do you have a friend? Do you have a companion? Do you have a partner? Do you have somebody in your life that you feel that you can trust, that you lean on to give you have that energy, to check you when you have a decision to make and you're not sure if that's the right thing to do. These are some ways that you can actually build your accountability partner tribe. Because it could be more than one. It could be a group of people. You go to somebody for finance, you go to somebody for authorship, you go to somebody to check, your logistics, and go to somebody for your health, stuff like this, wealth creation. There's a lot of ways that you can do that. So without a partner in your business, you're limiting yourself and you're limiting your network. So if you're going to build your business, then you're going to have to talk to people. You're going to have to build a network. You're going to have to go out and you have to talk and create that momentum and that enthusiasm to what you're presenting to the market. So here's the key. Swallow your pride. You will need help one day. So go ahead and get started, build that network, attend those networking events, and just ask for help. And I promise you, there are people out there that will jump through hoops to give you the help you need so you can be successful. So, one of the things that he says in the book is go ahead and, think about 3 candidates, 3 people that you believe would be key to helping you stay accountable. And just like, for instance, me and my wife, we were working on creating an online business, online boutique called Reams Boutique. And we got started and, we got school for the kids. And so she takes them to school, then she comes home, but then she gets called from a friend to help do this. And then she gets another call to help to do that. And so she creating this blog and it's talking about relationships because she has a lot of background in relationship coaching and relationship coordinating and management. So having that counseling and consulting and relationship background, she gets a lot of interest in that. And so her time is just getting really muddled. So what she did was she reached out to her sister, which is on the other side of the globe, and says, hey, here are my priorities. Here are things that I need to be held accountable for in order to reach this goal with my Reams Boutique. And therefore, her sister, which is not even located here, has become her accountability partner. So it doesn't have to be somebody next door. It doesn't have to be local. It just has to be somebody that you trust, somebody that you know will give you a kick in the tush when it's time to keep on moving forward. Okay? So you must have an accountability partner that has the instinct, that has the umption, that has the I will not let you down, win big attitude. That right there is an accountability partner. So no matter what it takes to get it right, you have to get the right fit. You got to get the right person. You get the right personality, get the right energy, so that you can take it to the next level. If it doesn't work, if you try it out with somebody and you think, hey, there's somebody that's like a CEO of a Fortune 500 company, and they said hello to you one day and said, give me a call and gave you a card and you talk to them, it may be good for some things, but it may not be what you need at that time. And sometimes you just got to part ways. No animosity, you know, Just keep your dignity, be respectful, and move on. Sometimes that's the best thing you can do. But you have to get into action and you have to build that network. So, moving on to number three, have a routine. This is really one of the key things is have a routine. So you want to make sure one, have a book, two, accountability partner, three, have a routine. This is to create habits. You need to be on autopilot. Whatever you create, whatever you want to do in life, to be the best at it, to be consistent, and to be firm and non unstoppable, then you need to create a habit where it becomes second nature. Practice does not make perfect. Remember that. Practice makes permanent. So you practice in order to keep moving forward. That is so key. So much over and over that you're so passionate about it. You don't have to think about it. You just get up and you get in gear. That is powerful. And so I heard this statement one time, get in gear and it'll relieve your fear. Now that's pretty cool. Hey, cuz Carlos, how you doing, man? Good to see you. And so you can get in gear by suppressing your fear and doing things that you love, doing things that are powerful, doing things that create momentum and create habits so you can be on autopilot. And that's when you're really in that flow. Because in life, you want to be in the flow, and therefore you will be unstoppable. One of the ideas that's brought up in having a routine, sometimes we have to figure out how do we create routines to remind ourselves we all have a phone. We can use our smartphone in order to create the routine, right? Because now it reminds you at a certain time of day to go ahead and do this, go ahead and do that. And so you sometimes you need those reminders in order to create that routine, to create those habits so you can go on autopilot and hey, at 5 o'clock I gotta do this. At 4 o'clock I do this. At 12 o'clock I do this. That's what I do. Every day at 12:30, I have an alarm that goes off that says get up and walk, right? And that alarm is actually Eric Thomas, ET, that's talking to me and motivating me. And so I make sure I get up, get out that chair so I can exercise a little bit. Because a lot of times we forget to exercise. Number four, have a mailing list. Now, as an entrepreneur, as a business person, I know that sounds kind of weird, because if you're just starting out, you're like, where am I going to get a mailing list? Where am I going to build a list when I don't even have anybody in my network right now? Well, you really do have a lot of people in your network. You just have to look for them. Now, whatever you're offering, if you created a book, then you actually have something to say, and you look for people in that group, whatever that group is. If you're writing a book about your personal experiences, then everybody has a personal experience, so that's not a problem. But what is that experience about? You take that particular topic and you can Google search it, but you can find meetup groups, you can find local groups, you can find groups all over the world, through the World Wide Web, that you can hook up with and start building a relationship with them. And therefore, through social media, that is probably the best tool that you're going to create relationships. And that relationship, when they start to see that value, what you bring, then you can start creating that mailing list. Right? And what is a mailing list for? Because you need somebody to tell, here is a new product, here's a new service, here's something that I'm offering of value that you may like or you may want, or somebody that like or want it. And a lot of people buy gifts for other people. So don't just discount the dog lover, because you're offering cat lover items. That dog lover obviously has ran into somebody that likes cats more than dogs, and they're probably in competition, and they think it's just a nice gag joke to, buy something for their cat lover friend. So there's so many different things you can look at, so many different ways you can handle it. But social media is a great tool to help you build your mailing list. Now, you want to use something like Aweber or MailChimp or, Instant Contact. I mean, there's so many platforms out there that will help you deliver the information after you have the list, and it help you to create the list as well. And so those things, autoresponders, they will actually take the heavy lifting from you and actually create a simple path from you to your mailing list. by automating all the responses. So think about that. You can focus on your main content, building your brand, building your organization, while the autoresponder is doing the heavy lifting and talking to your clients, customers, potential customers, anybody on your mailing list. All right. But here's the big question. You've created this buzz. You've gotten this attention. But how do you turn the attention into subscribers that actually want to hear, actually want something from you, actually are looking for you to deliver what they want? Again, in his book, he talks about this step by step. And I'll happily go over that with you at a later time because right now I don't want to make it too long. We're at about 20 minutes and I want to go ahead and chop this up into bits and pieces so that it doesn't drag out too long because I know we all have really important things to do on this Sunday afternoon or Monday afternoon. So right now, I'll let you know that yes, a mailing list is important. Social media is a great tool to help build that mailing list, but you have to figure out how do you turn those into subscribers when that mailing list is growing. And I'll tell you what, we'll talk about that on another video. How about that? So another thing that Prince talks about is financial backup plan. Now we all know there's challenges with starting a business. That's why a lot of people don't even start because most of them, according to the Small Business Administration, will fail within the first 6 months or up to 2 years, and they will struggle and then they fail. So a lot of people just don't do it. That being the case, it's okay because you will know based on this video and when you watch it and when somebody sends it to you to watch, you will know you need to create a backup plan. So a lot of times people won't go into action because they have a job, they're making money, and this is something that I fought with a long time. Working, you make money, you take care of your bills, you travel, take care of your family, take care of extended family, send people to college. You do all this with your main income, but you really have an aspiration to do something else. One, I wanted to write a book, so I took the time to write a book about personal development because I believe everybody needs to step up and appreciate the gifts they have within them. And when you unlock those gifts, you'll find out that it can work for somebody. And so this was something that I put myself into those shoes and created a platform as a coach, an actual life coach, personal coach. I call it a personal power coach to give you that energy to create something for yourself. And so when that happens, it's really amazing what you can actually do. So you create a way that you can actually earn or make money even if your primary business doesn't work. So this is your backup. Your final financial backup plan is create a skill for yourself. Go learn something that you will have no matter what happens in your life. When somebody else controls your destiny on a job, 9 to 5, then yeah, you have to create something for yourself. So the real idea is to learn a skill. And what type of skill? Something that you like doing, or something that's that'll be around forever, with or without anybody's interference. Carpenter, electrician, online trading. I prefer Forex, but you can try something else. But Forex and cryptocurrency are the future of trading, the future of currency, the future of banking, the future of business. So that's where I try to build up my particular skill set. But at the same time, you may look at an opportunity to become, like I said, a carpenter because that skill is not going away. Become an architect. I mean, people want people to help them develop their vision of their new house or interior design, exterior design, mechanical engineering. I mean, there are so many ways. Becoming a professional speaker, a public speaker, event planner. All of this is something that you can learn that you can apply somewhere without being tied to somebody else's dream. So that's powerful in itself. Number 5, meditate. Now, all of this is great, but without the right mindset, the right positive energy, you have nothing. So I would love to ensure that you remember, if you remember nothing else, create a positive mindset, you know, develop positive energy by being around good people, that have good energy, by listening to people with good energy, by going to networking events and creating good energy, and then you will produce good energy yourself. There's always going to be distractions. The world is full of distractions. Going into business will create more distractions for yourself. It's almost like you're inviting distractions, right? So find a way to get into the flow of life by meditating. Develop your mindset and have a routine to where you are continually telling yourself how to produce good outcomes. This is essential. This is key. This is what I want to leave with you today. There's recaps throughout the book. The guy did a great job. And what I really want to leave you with is you have to create an avatar. You have to create some type of idea or ideal that works for you. Something that says, this is who I am when I, you have to be what you want to be in the future. You create it. There's nobody else that's going to do that for you. You are the ideal in which you develop, you create, you generate in your mind. Become that. If you want to be an online trader, forex, stocks, futures, options, then you are that. You just waiting to step into that position. You're waiting to step in those shoes. And how do you wait? You wait by going to class. You wait by learning how to do it. You find somebody that can show you how to do it. They train you on it, and then you practice it because you have already developed that end result in your mind. So go ahead and take the time and create that avatar that you want to be. How do you do it? You write down, I am a author that creates business, that creates opportunities, that shows people, do these things. That person. Create an avatar of what you want to be. I am an author. I am a leader. I am a speaker. What it is that you want to be, develop that, create that, write that down, become that. And you are that. And don't let nobody tell you any different. Here's the last thing I want to say. A lot of times, the guy, Prince, talked about in his book, is that when he first started out, he was in a mastermind session in Dubai, and they were talking. I know he was in the U.S. at that time, but he went to a session. One of the things when he was asked about, what does he want to do? What does he want to be? What do you want to create? And he says, I want to talk about black entrepreneurship or black entrepreneurs. But he always felt that that wasn't something he should say. He felt embarrassed about talking about black entrepreneurship because when you talk about black, a lot of people think about lazy. People think about, I don't want to do business with them, or they're not going to give me really the value that I want. And so he wanted to change that. And finally, having this conversation with his mentor, it clicked. He had to change the way he thought. And with the help of his coach or mentor, it helped to develop a better outlook. And then he started to do interviews with people of color. Then he started to do research. Then he traveled and start meeting other people of color. And what happened at that point, he developed a love for it. Now he wants to talk about it. Now he wants to speak about it. And now he has networks all over the world that are complementing the good that the black entrepreneur brings to the world. So I want to leave you with the fact that I am a student of blockchain technology. I think it's the way of the world. I believe that it's the next step, it's the next level, and it's going to be here. If we are willing to take that leap, we will be transferred a level of wealth in this particular season that we've never seen before. So get on board, come back and listen to my channel, and I will have an update for blockchain, cryptocurrency, and what it is to our today and our future. Some training classes that's coming up soon. Basic, intermediate, and advanced classes from definition to actually trading Forex and cryptocurrency for your benefit. I'm Rashid Hill. I am the founder of L3 Coaching Solutions. You can find me at l3procoach.com and Facebook, Our Cryptocurrency Era. Peace and have a great day, and I hope to see you very soon.